Segment 6 Nikud 3 Nikud alef. Lama lo halachta leNineveh. Lama lo halachta leNineveh. In this segment, you'll learn how to tell or inquire of a man what he has done. Let's build our familiarity with this form on the foundation of the first person common of the katal conjugation, namely, halachti, I traveled. What we'll do is simply remove the suffix that's peculiar to the first common singular, ti, and we'll replace it with ta, tav, and a kamates. Thus, halachti becomes halachta. Notice the penultimate accent in this particular shoresh, then it lands on the lamed. Let's read over a number of examples. Keep in mind that each one of these means you addressing a man, and then did something or other, so that it's past tense, second masculine singular of the katal conjugation. Avadta, avadta. This means you perished. Achalta, achalta. This means you ate. Now let's continue reading strictly in Hebrew. Zacharta, zacharta. Chashavta, chashavta. Yadatta, yadatta. Yaradta, yaradta. Katavta, katavta. Lakachta, lakachta. Nafalta, nafalta. Avarta, avarta. Patachta, patachta. Kamta, kamta. Radafta, radafta. Shavarta, shavarta. Shachavta, shachavta. Shalachta, shalachta. Samta, samta. Shamata, shamata. In the case of verbs that end with either yod or hey, third yod-hey verbs, we find that this second masculine singular suffix will begin with a yod, just as did the first common singular, the I forms of the katal conjugation. So, I built, pronounced baniti, becomes you built, pronounced banita. Baniti becomes banita. Notice that there is no dagesh in the tav of the suffix, just as with the first common singular. This owes to the fact that the preceding syllable is open. Let's read over several examples of third yud-hey verbs. Banita, banita. Keep in mind this means you, masculine singular, built. Kanita, kanita. Ra'ita, ra'ita. Shatita, shatita. When the third radical is either nun or tav, this consonant, whether nun or tav, assimilates with the ensuing tav of the ending, the suffix. Once again, the first common singular, the I forms, will remind us of the second masculine singular, the you forms. So we can move from karati, I, cut, past tense, to karata, you cut, past tense. We can move from natati, I gave, to natata, you gave. The trend of first common singular, setting the pattern for second masculine singular, continues in the case of third alef verbs. So, for example, we find bati, bati, I came or entered, in comparison to bata, bata, you, masculine singular, came or entered. Yareti, I am afraid, becomes yareta, you are afraid. The translation in past tense, were afraid, is offered as well. Keep in mind this is a stative verb, one that describes a condition rather than an action, and in those instances, the katal may be either past tense or often present tense. With the next verb, we move back to an action verb, so the katal will best be rendered past tense. Let's continue strictly with the Hebrew. Matzata, matzata. Nasata, nasata. Saneta, saneta. Consistently, we see that whatever the pattern was with the first person, we simply take off the T and replaced it with the suffix ta, and we find ourselves with you, masculine singular, of the katal conjugation. Segment Shesh Nikud Shalosh Nikud Beit, snapshot of sample verb. Here's the katal conjugation, particularly focusing on second masculine singular, once again with shamar as our pattern verb. Shamarta, shamarta. This means you guarded, masculine singular.